Hi, this is Tessa with Hip Over 50. So nice to meet you. I started Hip Over 50 website about 5 years ago just to kind of express my feelings about being over 50 and sort of maybe challenge any stereotypes that there were out there. I've always been a little bit of a rebel, an ex-hippie, so to speak, and I don't like being told what to do. So I really don't like people telling me, well, you can do this or you can't do that when you get to be over 50. So let's dive in. I want to talk about one of my favorite things, which is how to challenge and change your mindset, because it's all about how we manage our thoughts and our feelings. And that's really the clue, the cue to feeling better about yourself and making the most of the rest of your life, which after all that's what it's all about. Being over 50 is making the best of things. And I have a great little quote that I made up. Expect the best, forget the rest. And that's it, baby. So let's dive in. Today I want to talk to you about how to make any decision and feel good about it. Or if you wanted to know what to do with the rest of your life, this works just as well. This is a great way to learn how to tune into what it is that you really want. And it gives you kind of a blueprint for making decisions and making any kind of choices going forward in life, which is especially important when you're over 50, because all of a sudden, all of those things that you had to do or you should have done or you needed to do are no longer there. So you're like, okay, now I don't have to do this. What do I want to do? And believe it or not, I've asked a few people that question, and they're like, I don't know. I guess just do what I'm doing now, or I don't know what I want to do. I could do anything, but I really don't know what it is. And I think the problem here is that so many folks have just grown up without anybody asking them or caring enough to know, what do you really want to do with your life? So, sweetie, now's the time to do it. Now is the time to dive in and do exactly what you want, what's authentically you. How do we start? I want you to start this little exercise. Write down, visualize, however you want to do it, what is your perfect day? Or another way, how do you want to spend your days? How do you see your ideal day rolling out? Who's in it? What are you doing? Where are you? And more importantly, or most importantly, how do you want to feel at the end of that day? And that's the first step. So I want you to say, okay, I get up, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to feel when I get up, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to be with so-and-so, and then I'm going to do that. I want you to really think it through. Think about how you would want to spend your day. Not in a way of sort of seeking something that's not within you, but in a way of doing exactly what's authentically you, where you know you've had good feelings, good experiences, and good vibes before. And that's the beauty of being a certain age. You already know what all those things are. You know when you felt like, oh God, this really feels great. Why don't I do more of this? Or, oh, I really love it every time I come here. Why don't I come here more often? Or this person really makes me feel like heard, and they really listen to me when I talk to them, and I love being around their company. Of course, it could be just the opposite. You could say, well, that person doesn't make me feel good about myself. They're a little too critical, or they're not positive. You know, maybe they're not part of my perfect day, but this person is, or this kind of person is. So for me, a perfect day might start very casually, relaxed, because I don't like to rush around in the morning, but, you know, getting a couple of cups of tea in me, and then maybe going for a lovely coastal walk. You know, being out in nature is my really go-to. I love that. And perhaps stopping at a pub for lunch. You know, maybe I'm doing this by myself, or I'm with a partner, or I'm a loved one, family, friends, and then coming home, making a nice meal, having maybe a little al fresco dinner on the patio, playing some music, maybe doing a little dancing. It's not exactly rocket science. I mean, that's not like, you know, dining with the queen or anything, but to be honest, that is my idea of a perfect day. So what is your idea of a perfect day? What would you be doing? And let's face it, every day isn't going to be the same, but it's the elements, it's the values, it's the feelings that you have while you're doing those things. It's the place where you go, oh God, this is really, where my heart just feels like it just will burst. It's just so beautiful. Every time I come here, I just feel like so full and so happy and just so content. And if you aren't sure about what some of the answers are to this, just take some time and think about it and sort of really ask yourself, where have you been where you felt really authentically you and really just, just relaxed and contented and happy. And now that you've got that perfect day, those perfect people, that perfect place that all kind of fits in together to create your perfect day, your ideal place, your day, how you want to live your life, how do you want to live your days, then the next step is every time you have a decision, any kind of decision, whether it's a big one or a little one, but mostly the big ones, right, is going to be run through this filter. Does this choice bring me closer to my perfect day or how I want to spend my days, or does it take me further away? Because if it brings you closer, then it's a hell yeah, let's do it. If it takes you further away, then it's a hell no, honey. No, not going to do that. That's off the table. So from now on, whether it's choosing whether or not you stay with your partner, choosing whether or not you retire and how you retire, choosing where you live, whether you downsize, all of those decisions get filtered through this perfect day scenario. Because let's face it, if you know where your happy place is, if you know what fills up your cup, if you know where your heart is, why not move closer to it? What are you waiting for? I think we've all gotten in the habit of saying, yeah, I'll do that someday. Someday I'll get to do what I really want to do. Baby, now is someday. This is someday. And this is your day. This is when you take the time to take care of yourself. So I want you to just think about that. Think about running through every scenario that you come up against from now on. And don't settle. Don't say, I'll do this until I get to do what I really want. Don't say, oh, it's good enough for now. No, you deserve better. This is your time. And I want you to take full advantage of this. I want you to really stop and think about where is your happy place and where you're most content. And you move forward towards that place because you deserve it. At this time of your life, you deserve all of the riches, all of the rewards that you've worked so hard for all your life. All the sacrifices that you've made, all of the things that you've given up, all the times you put other people's needs ahead of your own. This is the time when you get to put yourself first. And that is really important. So I want you to really think about this. Think about what your perfect day is, how you want to spend your days, what your values are. What is your heart telling you to do? And I want you to listen to it because it knows what's best for you. It's always your best guidance. Don't let your thoughts interfere. They're there to protect you from getting run over by a car or, not skiing into a tree. Well, unless you're Sonny Bono. But your brain is there to protect you, but your heart is there to guide you and to help you live your most authentic life. So I hope you found this helpful. I'm really excited to be sharing these ideas with you, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Until then, bye for now.